You've booked your Adriatic cruise and you're feeling a bit Adriatic. But where in the Eurovision Song Contest is Zadar? It sounds like the end of a magic trick.
Zadar!
But it's not. So where exactly is it?
Croatia!
Cheers for that. In this video, we'll help you get from the port to the Old Town, show you around and basically sort you out. If you don't know us, I'm Rachel, he's Wills, and we are Postcard and a Pint. Now let's get this guide started.
Zadar!
Oh, do stop that. Let's go. Zadar Old Town is actually a 15 to 20 minute journey by road from the cruise terminal. We were on a Marella cruise ship, and through the interactive tablets by Destination Services, were able to book a return bus transfer to the Old Town for €6. The terminal is pretty modern, and the buses were ready for us outside. Once the bus is full, off you go. And again, if you're on a Marella cruise, make sure you've already gotten your bus tickets on board. It was an excellent service, and the buses ran all day. The bus drops you at the seafront near the Sea Organ, but more about that in a minute. How was the journey, Rach?
Really cool. As soon as you got off the ship, as you saw, we got given a town map. On it, there are different walks you can do and how long they're going to take, which is really useful, and all the sites along the way. We're going to do the yellow walk, which goes right the way around the outside of the old city, and then drop in, just mingle and wander ourselves in the old city.
But first, a pretty cool artwork and a great reference for where you'll need to return for your bus back to the ship. This is Greeting to the Sun. It was created in 2008 by Croatian artist Nikola Bašić. It depicts the sun and planets in our solar system. All of the planets have photovoltaic solar modules beneath them, meaning at night they produce a light show. Accompanying this and right next door is the Zadar Sea Organ. This is one of the coolest and most haunting things we've seen and heard. Wills?
Basically, over the 70-metre stretch, there's, I think, 35 tuned pipes. It's essentially like a pipe organ where the ocean pushes the air through the tubes and up pops the notes. And it is the most haunting, most beautiful thing. It's really weird. We hope we can come back later when there's less people. It was built in 2005, and it's really quite something special.
Take a listen. Isn't it just so beautiful and relaxing? Continuing our walk along the yellow route, we next pass kiosks where various boat trips were on offer. It's a lovely walk along the front, and we got a gorgeous breeze off the sea. And, if you're lucky, you'll even meet a local cat. Or two. Next up, there's a small market. Yes, there was a vinyl stall, but we got away with no purchases. There are lots of other lovely things you can buy. There's a lighthouse with a jetty that gives a nice walk out over the sea. The grand buildings at the end of this seafront section are part of Zadar University. Then right at the end is a lovely swim spot. We followed the yellow route around the corner and walked through the harbour. As soon as we left the open sea, the heat really did hit us. Zadar has 6 gates into the old city. This one is the land gate and is considered the main entrance. It was built by the Venetians in 1543. At this point, following a circular route around the old town was called off as it was so hot, so we went into town in search of a drink. A drink was duly found, and whilst we sit and drink it, let's get out the map we were given and show you what we've done so far.
Okay, so we were dropped off about here. We saw the Greeting to the Sun, the Sea Organ. We walked all along the front. It wasn't that far at all, past the university, round the corner, past the boats, and we ended up by the land gate, which is lovely. We've just come through that now, and we are in 5 Wells Square, which is an old Venetian cistern.
And that cistern was constructed in 1574 to ensure the city had a reliable water supply during sieges. It's clever stuff. Next, we popped into the Church of St. Simeon. This church is a significant religious and historical landmark, renowned for housing the mummified remains of St. Simeon. The remains are in a silver casket above the altar, supported by 4 bronze angels. It's a fascinating place to wander and absorb the history, but we've more of Zadar to explore. Let's move on. How are we finding Zadar so far?
We're loving Zadar so far, just wandering, mooching. We're now in People Square. It's got cafes, it's got churches, and it's even got some fellas playing ABBA on what sounds like a mandolin.
You can't beat ABBA's greatest hits on a mandolin. We always try to find a small cafe or restaurant for lunch on port days. Today, down a little side street, we found this one. Tell us more, Wills.
Just up to a lovely little place just off the main street called Eden, and we've gone for a bit of a sharing platter for two. It didn't come with the bread, we've ordered some extra bread. It's really tasty, really good. What a lovely day we're having so far.
We really are. The food was delicious, as was the beer, and the whole meal was really reasonable. Carrying on down the main street, we called in a few shops in search of a Christmas decoration. We also noticed that Zadar has a lot of ice cream shops. We stopped here to pick up a local beer for Wills's dad. What beer have you been drinking in Zadar, Wills?
Always Jusco.
Bless you. That gag never gets old. We reached the Old Town Square with the Roman Forum, Bell Tower and Church of St Donatus. But before we explored those, we turned right and headed down to the Seagate entrance to the Old Town. Introduce it, Rach.
This is the Seagate and it was built in 1573.
And why is it called the Seagate?
Because it's by the sea. Zadar!
OK, so that gag has gotten old. Quickly. Let's go explore some old stuff. But before we do, if you're holidaying here, check this out.
This might be useful if you're coming to Zadar on holiday and you've got some time before your flight. Locky luggage. You can check your luggage in here, go and enjoy your day, pick it up. Prices are pretty reasonable. We'll take a screenshot now.
That's great info, but let's have a map update and see where you've been. Rach?
We left People Square and went down the main street. Somewhere, might have been here. We went for our lovely meal. We carried on, and when we got to just before the Bell Tower, we turned right and went down to the Seagate. We're now on our way back about here, and we've stopped, but then we're going to carry on all the way here and see the churches and the Roman Forum.
This area really is the cultural heart of the old town of Zadar. The Forum was the religious and commercial heart of the town, where citizens gathered for market trading and public ceremonies.
It was constructed between the 1st and 3rd centuries AD.
Though much has been lost over the centuries, you can still see remnants of temples and the layout of streets. The building that really blew us away, though, was the Church of St Donatus.
This church is a 9th century pre-Romanesque church. It's incredible.
We think nothing of wandering in castles from the 1200s or churches and cathedrals from the 1400s, but this church was built in the 800s. It's incredible. All we can say is the experience of walking into this church is something more felt than seen, but we'll do our best to show you. Behind the Church of St Donatus is the Cathedral of St Anastasia. This too is a truly impressive building, but we were still reeling from the Church of St Donatus. It's dedicated to St Anastasia, a martyr from Serbia who lived in the 3rd century. She's the patron saint of Dalmatia, and her relics were moved here in the Middle Ages. The bell tower was added in the 16th century, and you can climb it, but it wasn't for us today. Go on, Rach, give us your feelings on Zadar.
Wow, Zadar, it's gorgeous. Every street is so pretty. Every street is pristine, it's beautiful. If you want ice cream, this is the place to come. Every second shop, an ice cream shop.
So there you have it. Pretty streets, lots of churches, incredible history, loads of ice cream and great beer. Our port time was from 9 a.m. till 6 p.m. It was currently around 4 p.m. and there was time to sit and enjoy the Sea Organ one more time before heading back. Give us the last map update, Rach.
We finished up with a walk straight down here, looked into the Roman Forum there, that was so cool, into St Donatus, then we went round the back and into Anastasia. Those are both very cool. We didn't climb the bell tower, we've done our climbing for today, and then we came back to here, down to the front and along the front, and we are back at the Sea Organ just here, and then we're going to get a bus. What a fun day out in Zadar.
We sat on the edge of the sea, listening to the mesmerising sea organ once again and cooling our feet in the ocean. Then it was back to the bus and time to return to the ship. Zadar had been an absolute delight and we'd love to visit again. At the terminal, all bags were scanned and then it was back on board and ready to set sail for another day's adventure. We hope you've enjoyed this port guide, and we hope you have a fantastic day when your ship visits Zadar. If you did enjoy this port guide, we've got quite the collection for you to check out. And if you'd like to see more of our Adriatic Delights cruise on Marella Explorer 2, then we've 3 diary vlogs and a deck-by-deck tour for you. We've been Postcard and a Pint. Cheers for spending the day with us.
Did you hear about the magician who does magic with chocolate bars?
No.
He's got lots of Twix up his sleeves. Zadar!